that public speaking can be a bit perilous and frightening, but with seeing so many family and friends and familiar faces, I don't really feel that, so thank you so much. I'd like to thank everyone here today for the opportunity to speak on Veterans Day and give thanks for this beloved holiday. Unlike Memorial Day, a day to honor those fallen, Veterans Day is a day to pause and reflect on those who have honored our country by serving in the military. Veterans Day allows us to come together and give these remarkable people thanks and cherish the memory of those who have gone before us. Veterans all around the world represent less than 10% of the total population. Are you surprised by that number? I know I was, because growing up, I would have sworn 100%. We're all military. The military was so powerful in my youth that they even named me. I am not just a dependent or a child, I am a brat. Some of you who have known me for a while have no surprise that I have been called a brat. But let me explain that being a military brat is a source of distinction and pride and love. And being a military brat means that they get to draft me at birth. And growing up a military brat, I have a unique perspective on the folks that we're honoring today. In our town, I'm aware that Ashley Feather and Patrick Gannon, represented by Emily today, and Joanna Stewart are military brats like me. I'm sure that there are a few more, but we are few and proud, and most of the time slightly quirky. For a while in my earlier years, I did not know that people could actually pick the color of their business suit. My brother dedicated a song to my dad on the radio once, "It's not easy being green," because, like Kermit the Frog, the only color suit my dad was allowed to wear was army green. Likewise, I was shocked to learn that the military could change my father's name. That happened one day when the Army decided, in its infinite mercy and boundaries, that his first name would go from lieutenant to captain. I was delighted to find out when this guy Joe was not going to be changing his name anytime soon, because as you know, captain is a long rank to wear. The average military family moves 2 or 3 years if they're lucky, and as a result, we bond fast with people, but few understand the military life if they haven't lived it. For example, I did not know that regular people did not live their lives by cannon fire. So at dusk, in my very first subdivision, I asked my new friend, "It's getting late, where's the flag?" And the friend pointed to a random flag on some house, and I said, no, not a flag, the flag. And she didn't understand that either, so I asked, "Where's the cannon?" And of course, at this point, she's backing up slightly. Come to find out, most subdivisions don't live and die by taps and reverie and cannon fire. So you can understand that I was very popular that year at school. Saluting means things for us that it doesn't necessarily mean for the rest of the world. The rest of the world don't stand at the beginning of the movie for the Star Spangled Banner. And they don't have to salute people all day long. As a child, as a 5-year-old at West Point, where Father Jerry was stationed, as well as my father, you can imagine the sight of all the cadets coming out and saluting my father to death, and then smirking, and my father not understanding why, when of course the 5-year-old was returning the salute, because that's what's required. Military, meaning of military brat, means everyone is called ma'am or sir, and moving all the time makes you support staff to military personnel. Very often people would ask me what my dad did for a living, And I said, I don't know, but his other vehicle is a helicopter. I knew it was bedtime when my father would say, with the pilot's alphabet, Bravo, Echo, Delta, kids. And sometimes when I was in trouble, I was told to check my 6, or to fly straight, young lady. And as I was in trouble a lot, I learned that one early. Military brats are often fluent in food, as my mother says. And as you can tell by the size of my entire family, we are fluent in food in many, many languages. As a military brat, you learn there's no such thing as a job beneath you, and that history matters. And that there's truly no place like your hometown. And for me, that will always be Bridgewater. So as Veterans Day normalized my father's vocation, this day meant a little bit more to me as it set aside my father and people like my father. There is some hero worship to being near the military. A bad joke among aviators is, what's the difference between aviators and God? And the answer is, God doesn't think he's an aviator. Even when my dad started flying a desk, meaning he actually had a real job, he was and always is a military man. And being near the military means you feel differently about things. For me, really loud sounds like cannons and jet engines just sound like freedom. People in the military give up family and friends to serve and protect ideals and to promote the best that America has to offer: honor, duty, country. These things are not buzzwords to people in the military. These brave, amazing people live these values every single day. To see a veteran through a military brat's eyes is to realize that not all heroes wear capes. Sometimes they wear dog tags. Sometimes they only get to dress in green. And some days, they're forever reminded of a folded flag. So today, in honor of all veterans, both living and deceased, I request that you think of every day as Veterans Day and salute them by thanking them for their service, by buying them cups of coffee, and by listening to their stories. God bless you all. God bless America. Happy Valentine's Day.